Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mack? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Dre cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I order blood on my tongue. Bigness is warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Just throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in us, man, but you can't see me. You rather drink, they gon' pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour all the planks, you use Decepticons. Fake rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can float, they like up in the storage and I'm E-Man. Up, down, 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 then I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Knight Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mack coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mack Show. It's 7:45. I'm starting a little late. Normally, we start at 7:30. But 7:45 because I honestly gotta get out of here early because I have a lot to do and get prepared for the snowstorm and all of that. So if you are out in a place where you're having a winter advisory, make sure that you guys get prepared. Be prepared like on Hoodwink. You know what I mean? So I gotta get, prepared for the snowstorm and all of that. So, but on today's show, we're going to go over, we're going to do a reaction to John Campea talking about was the Master of the Universe trailer worth it? Now, of course, if you haven't seen my video, I completely geeked out. He-Man sitting right there. And the only reason why I won't grab He-Man because I want everything else to fall because I hate Marvel Legends. They fall every time. Can't stand Marvel Legends. I put this on everything. If half of these people on there I didn't like, I would give all my Marvel Legends away. I put this on everything. But the Master of the Universe got He-Man, I got Skeletor, you know what I'm saying? He-Man riding on Cringer down there. You know what I mean? And I liked it. I'm an 80s baby. I grew up with He-Man. You know, there's a lot of people that don't know anything about 80s He-Man. That you can tell in the responses on Twitter, all of that. You know, people freaking out. Why is he as him slash he slash him? I'm like, you know, that's a play on He-Man though, but you know what I mean? But whatever. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna go over today to wrap up, you know, this week. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant React channel, which you already know how I do. The real question is,
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right. Let me see who is all in the house right now. Let me see. Robin D, the admin. Good morning. Make sure that you guys hit that like button. Smash that like button like some of these grifters be smashing the biscuits. Good morning. My brother. Molly Mars up in here. Good morning. Tori and Brain Loaded. Good morning. Wavy Thames. Good morning. Q is not a robot. Admin. Good morning. Dan the man. Good morning. Xavier Phoenix. Good morning. X-Man. Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy, is up here. Good morning. Every time that I lean in, y'all get way more forehead on the mobile version of this, and I don't like it. StreamYard do better. I don't like it. Deron, good morning. D-R-E, Dr. Nurse Dove, whatever. What's going on, brother? Good morning. Exactly, but we ain't gonna get into that. We ain't even gonna get into that because people are dumb. They want to rage bait. Gray, what's up? The other admin, what's up? Good to see you up in the chat. Ryan, what up, my brother? Guaquan, what's up, brother? Inez, what's up? Nice to see you up in the chat. Let me see. Chrissy Key, what's up? Good morning. I'm not giving you my Marvel Legends, no. Even though they fall and all of that, and Captain America's wings be coming off, I'm still keeping it. D Stizzle, what's up? Good morning. Other admin. Got all the admins in the house. Not he, dude. You stupid. Odd Storm, good morning. It's a lot of forehead. You can't say that though. You can't say it. I can say it. You can't. I have a lot on my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm downloading a lot from the cloud. That's why the head is so big. Oh man, He-Man is pronounced. It's just people want to just be mad about whatever. You know what I'm saying? People just want to be mad about whatever. It is funny, but you know what I'm mad about? Nothing. I'm happy that I got my crew up in here, so you let me go. Shout you guys out. Let's get to this. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching, and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right, all right. And of course, if you are not a part of the crew, all you got to do is hit that join button to be a part of the crew. And it's only $2.99 a month, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Not giving up, you bumbling idiot. Hey, yo. I'm gonna talk about that here in a minute. No, let's talk about that now. Now, I did not. I just want to just address this real quick. So, I guess Jared Leto so with the Jared Leto news, did Jared Leto get in trouble or anything? Or because I've seen a lot of people that were really upset that Jared Leto is playing Skeletor. Like, this is going to be a flop because Jared Leto Skeletor. I need more context, people. Can somebody give me some context of why Jared Leto was getting blasted on Twitter last night? You said Jared got a weird case. Why is he around? Okay. So, to the Googles, as Mika G would say, let me look because I want to know what's going on. So, he had a lot of allegations of being a fan. He a fan. Is that what it is? Because, oh wow, I'm reading everything. So, So June 2025. Just want to put this out there. So yes, as of June 2025, actor and musician Jared Leto is facing serious, wide-ranging allegation of misconduct, because I want to, keep it PG for YouTube, predatory behavior, and improper conduct with underage individuals. The allegations. In June 2025, investigative report by Airmail, 9 women accused the 53-year-old actor of improper predatory behavior. Underage allegations, several accusers claim that Leto made inappropriate advances or initiated contact while they were minors under 18. Specific claims. Accusations including making remarks, disposing himself, and in one instance, a woman alleged he, went her full butcher on us. You know what I'm saying? Taking the meat cleaver to the cow in front of her and forced her to touch him when she was 18. So I'm just going to stop it right there. I'm just going to stop everything right there. Now, oh boy, Jonathan Majors was running away from somebody and he got fired. And I covered the Jonathan Majors story, and Jonathan's still my guy, but he wasn't accused of that, and he got fired, dropped from projects. The Army wouldn't even fool with him. How dare he be a part of such allegations? My man Jared Leto was over here being a whole fan. Got the role of Skeletor. As you said it for me, the Jabari tribe will not challenge. I'm gonna be real though. I'm gonna be real. It must feel good to be able to do whatever and still get jobs out here. It must feel real good. to do whatever and still get jobs out here. I'm just saying. Well, Tyrone Magnus is going to talk about my forehead. Well, I'm not a grifter, but that Dre Mack, he has a big forehead. Nah, I'm just playing. But I'm just saying, I want y'all to be thinking about stuff when we say stuff. We don't just say stuff. Let me say not we. I don't say stuff just to be saying it. There is legitimate evidence of hypocrisy and double standards, not only in this society, but most definitely in Hollywood. Because isn't these the same allegations that Harvey Weinstein had? I'm just saying, remember we were supposed to be believe all women? You see remember when Alvin Bragg picked up the case? Because how dare that black man who was running away from that white woman didn't stop and let that white woman yell at him and beat all in his face and scratch his skin? How dare he put that white woman in the car in traffic? You know what I mean? How dare he? So I'm just saying, all I'm saying is there's so many double standards. And this is a clear-cut example of another double standard. I did not know this until I just read it. I was just wondering why people was going so hard. Like, Jared Leto. Why is Jared Leto in this movie? Now you understand double standards. But let me do this. Let me transition over. You already know we got to pay for some butter biscuits real quick. Can we pay for some biscuits? Let's pay for the biscuits. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mag Show.
Will be
Right back.
taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread. Get your butter spread all on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my mac and cheese.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right, let's transition this thing. Go over and let's get to it. Let's see what John Campea has to say, because I don't have that much time. But let's see what John Campea has to say about this. But I did see a couple comments come in. Yes, most definitely the double standards. What's going on, Presetta? Yeah, man, it must feel good. Jedi Carter, what's up? DeAndre Mosley, what's up? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and that's he put her in the car too aggressively. Now, what's funny, the Black Beach is that when I went to New York, and shout out to all the people who came part of the Jonathan Majors fan club that I went with. When I went to New York, we were on the street where all that went down at, and it was heavy traffic, so it made sense for her to him to put her in the car. It made sense because of the heavy traffic. But again, you can't even put nobody in the car. Now you can be alleged to be over here, you know what I'm saying, taking the wood to your meat in front of people that's underage, but you can get a new role. You know what I'm saying? Just like he said, don't you understand? Jared is a young man, 53 years old. He just needs rehabilitation to turn around in his life. He can rebound and be back on the straight and narrow. And what's crazy is that he's way older than Jonathan Majors, but I mean, you know, this is what I'm saying. This is what they do. And we all know that. Soon as Alvin Braggs, you know what I'm saying, sitting there, he was like, how dare that nigga be over there with that white woman? You're too dark. All the wide nose breathing, the white man's there. I dare you to do it again. Oh, man. Andre Ware, thank you so very much for the $2 super chat. What's up? I had the power and the biscuits. We're about to get this thing going, man. Hold on. Let's do the super chat real quick. Let's go.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Think you wanna be my enemy.
All right, appreciate it. Brogu number 7, what's up? Savage Cabbage was good. They said it was underage. That's all I was told. It was underage. But let's get to this. Stuff about Jared Leto. I ain't got that much time. So let's go. Let's see what John Kippy is talking about. When it comes, Master of the Universe, full trailer arrives. Does it live up to the hype? I have my thoughts. Let's go. Namus, what's going on?
Well, as we talked about yesterday, they dropped a little teaser for the first Masters of the Universe He-Man trailer that was going to drop today, and drop it did. Came out, went and checked it out. And this is, of course, is really our first real full look at it. Now, look, before I get into thought about it, let's just, to bring something as, and listen, I'm a child of the era. I loved it as much as anybody, but let's call a spade. To try to bring to life into the big screen, something loaded with ridiculousness as He-Man does. The strong man running around in fur G-string with a sword, holding aloft Excalibur thrown to him by some watery tart, or whatever they say in Monty
nice
Python.
callback.
I knew you'd like that one.
The Lady in the Lake is not some watery tart, John.
Don't you do that, Inez. Don't you do that to He-Man. Don't you do that to He-Man. I'm going to just say this. Number one, when I found out Travis Knight was the director of this movie, I got excited. Main reason why I got excited because of Bumblebee. Now, there's certain parts of Bumblebee that, because it's the Transformer fan in me. You have to understand, Transformers is playing in the background of my, you see that? Transformer, you probably don't see that because I'm little. But Transformers playing in the background of right now. So I'm a big Transformers fan. But when I seen that opening sequence of the Decepticons and the Autobots in the midst of the war, I immediately, and they look G1 accurate. You know what I mean? They looked G1 accurate. You know, you had RC there. You got Wheeljack that looks like Wheeljack. You had Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, which the B-127 doesn't really bother me, but they called him Bumblebee in the original series. You know what I mean? He brought the aesthetic of it. All of this was made. I'm a child of the 80s. All of this stuff was made to sell toys. It was made to sell. It was a 24-minute commercial. You know what I mean? To sell toys. And damn it, did it work. You know what I mean? It worked. And as a child of the 80s, when I seen the Masters of the Universe from 1986 or in 1987, that's all I wanted. I wanted to see Cringer. I wanted to see, you know what I'm saying, Cringer turning into Battle Cat. I wanted to see Trapjaw. I wanted to see Merman. I wanted to see all of this stuff. Fisto, the whole nine. I didn't get that. I didn't get Orko. You got something totally different. Hey, Miss Roberta, I got something totally different than that. Skeletor was cool. You know what I'm saying? But we had He-Man in them all. You know what I mean? And now that I know there was due to budget constraints, I understand now. I understand it was a time they didn't put a lot of money or faith into that. You know what I mean? So I understand. You know, and a lot of stuff at that period of time flopped because it was just a time period. But you fast forward now to 2026, and this particular period since Blade going into Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movies, the X-Men movies, the Fantastic Four movies, all the the Superman movies, you know, Batman, all of the comic book related stuff, Kick-Ass, all of that. We're at a time now where I know he's going to call this ridiculous because it is ridiculous. The lore, the whole thing, but it's fantasy. It's Willow meets Lord of the Rings meets Conan. So that's what makes it awesome. That's what made He-Man awesome. You had all of this lore, you know what I mean, that you could be able to pull from. You know what I mean? You got all this lore that you could be able to pull from, and make it work, make it fun. I want to go to the movies that have fun again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. I want to have fun and to see them lean into the ridiculousness, lean into Cringer, lean into Orko, lean into Evelyn, you know what I'm saying? Lean into, dare I say, Skeletor being goofy. Do it. Do it. Do it. Why? Because it's going to be fun. You know what I seen when I took my son to see the Minecraft movie? People having fun. Kids having fun. That is a memory that my son is going to have for the rest of his life. I remember going to go see Minecraft with my dad, and they did chicken fight, and we had a ball. We all said chicken fight, and that's a memory. That is a memory unlocked. You know what I mean? That's an achievement on his, you know what I mean? On his PlayStation or Xbox gaming that he got to experience. Why can't me, who grew up with this ridiculousness of He-Man, get that memory unlocked with this? Just saying, man. Let's have fun, dude.
Take it up with Monty Python. There is, and fighting a bad guy with a skull for a head. There is something inherently ridiculous about that, and the idea about trying to bring that to manifest
top
life.
tier.
I mean, listen, the Dolph Lundgren one should tell us that's a hard ask. It is a hard ask to do. So I don't think there was any way they could do a Masters of the Universe trailer that at all pleased everyone. There's just no way. Like, do you want it to be true to the original cartoon? Then it's going to be kind of silly. It's going to be light. It's going to be fun because that's what the original cartoon was, guys.
It really was.
I mean, that's what it was.
That John Campion trying to do the, you bumbling idiot. You got to do my voice a little better than that. Till next time, He-Man. I'll put this on everything I love. If Skeletor sounds like that, I'm going to lose it in my seat. I'm going to lose it. Will they do that? No. And to answer your question, or to piggyback off your answer, He-Man looks kind of puny. I think they're missing, and this is just me. You know what I mean? This is just me, Tina. I think they're mixing the original He-Man from the 80s and the He-Man from the 90s when he was in space. So that He-Man when he was in space was smaller than the original He-Man. I mean, just think about it like now. We don't have, I mean, we do, but we don't. Let me explain. We don't have the bodybuilder type of guys that's also good actors that will be able to pull off Prince Adam. I could not see John Cena with the what do you call the cut? That you know what I mean? The He-Man cut, I could not see that. Nowhere, no how, no nothing, no. The Rock damn sure ain't doing it. He could barely have an Egyptian accent throughout his whole movie, let alone play Prince Adam. Plus, there will be a lot of people complaining about the color of that man's skin too. Right? So, it's not like Arnold, you know what I'm saying, back in the day and stuff like that, when you had the big, muscular dude. You know, now I believe that he could probably build up, you know what I'm saying, if this, because let's say, for instance, for the sake of argument, this becomes a hit. You know what I mean? I was just about to say to Marley Moore, he could get bigger in the future. They said the same thing about Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Said the same thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah. But I gotta see more of the actor. But I'm sure I most definitely did it for the aesthetic alone, because I can't believe they're putting this on there. And I'm going to talk about the elephants in the room. One is Thundercats, because everybody kept saying that. I talked to my boy Jericho and a lot of people that was like, hey, if they do He-Man, they got to give me Thundercats. Thundercats story from the cartoon is freaking amazing and most definitely could go to big screen. Most definitely could go to big screen. Because the story alone, matter of fact, the first season of Thundercats could legitimately be a movie. No joke. And if you've seen Thundercats, the movie for back in the day, the cartoon, it is very well made. That was one of probably the most well made as far as episodic shows that didn't just have the monster of the week. It told a story. Everything else after Transformers season 1, you know, it became a toy commercial. Let's just be real. It became a toy commercial, and then the Japanese got it and they did their thing or whatever. They tried to match it, it just didn't fit after Transformers the movie. You know what I mean? So, you know, same thing with G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe had a really great storyline until they wanted to kill Duke. Then they didn't see what happened to Optimus Prime, but it was like, we ain't doing that. And the whole Corbalad and all of that, you know, again, kid of the 80s, just, reminiscing, you know. But yes, if you can see Avatar, if you've seen Avatar, you can most definitely see Thundercats. You know, Silverhawks, yeah, but because Silverhawks was so short-lived, would that be a niche that somebody would want to see? I can see Mask before Silverhawks. But anyway, I ain't got that much time. I'm over here reminiscing about the 80s. Let's keep going.
Do you break from that and make it more modern and more
not as good as the
then you're
not as good as the 80s
so
the 80s series.
I'm just acknowledging up front that any attempt to bring He-Man to a live action big screen is going to be filled with some obstacles.
Fraught with peril.
It was. Watched it all.
Put. That's
looks like Sandman right now.
Let's talk about the trailer.
Do I?
Yeah, with the shirt.
Oh.
They look kind of like Sandman.
I thought Thomas Hayden Church
little
was
Thomas
in the room.
Hayden
What's
Church
going
in
on?
here.
Boy, I didn't even think about that.
Right.
I got this for Christmas.
Nice.
So, okay, there are things I quite liked about it and some things that have me rather worried in the trailer. Understanding all the precursor I gave to all this. And I must admit, before the show started, I sat down and watched it again, like literally about 2 minutes before the show started. And I liked it a little bit more the second time I watched it. But here's the general thing. Number one, what we told you guys coming out of CinemaCon, like, if you are a stickler and a purist for wanting the traditional designs of the characters, oh boy, you're going to be happy because they look perfect.
That's what I said. My reaction to seeing Skeletor for the first time was so loud it popped my mic and I didn't even notice it until I made the short. It literally until I made the short. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even notice that. As I geek, because Skeletor is my dude. Like, seriously, Skeletor is my dude. Seeing everybody that looks like, Beastman. You hear it in the rap. You know what I'm saying? In the intro. You know what I'm saying? You a Beastman, so get to feed it. Ninja Turtle rap or what, something like that. My pen is a sword or something like I say He-Man in the rap or whatever. I forgot how I said it. But seeing Beastman, you know what I mean? Seeing Skeletor, seeing Trapjaw. Like, when I first seen it, I didn't know that was Trapjaw because I was so caught up in the moment. It's Trapjaw. You know what I'm saying? Fisto. Like, dude, that gets me excited. Like, again, if I see Merman, all of that, just saying. I'm just saying, I don't believe this looks like straight streaming quality. And the reason why I said this, because every early teaser trailer is not the finished trailer. Let's put that out there. It's going to look shiny and brand new because they've done it with every single trailer. Every single trailer. So by the time we get the full final trailer, it's going to look, I'm talking about super dope. Super dope. So, you said, am I in the movie? No, I wish. Boy, I wish. Because that would have been awesome. I could play Sunman since they gave Eldritch Man, I mean, I could play Sun Man because I wish he was playing him, but honestly, just being real, because I thought about it, I sat on it. If they didn't have Idris Elba playing Man at Arms, which is a side to that, then there would be no black people in this movie because they're not gonna do King Grayskull. King Grayskull is black, and they're not gonna do Sun Man. You know what I mean? Now, here's the double-edged sword. I like Idris Elba. I want to be in this movie. All of that. The problem with him being the only problem that I have, and it's not really a gripe. It's just really this is just a Hollywood thing. If you know the He-Man, movie, the comics and stuff like that. You know what? I'm gonna flip you off, but Miss Roberta is sitting up in here, and I'm not gonna do that, Marley Moore. I'm not gonna do it. You better go to Thumbhead for that. But Man at Arms is the moral compass for Prince Adam. In that moral compass, he comes to him with guidance. Go, even if you watch the old 80s cartoon, he was still kind of the guidance, of course, when he's He-Man. You know what I'm saying? There's things he can learn and stuff like that, but they normally learn it by the end of the episode. But when it comes to black people in these roles, we're always the ones that's helping out the hero. And it feels like a lot of sidekickish. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I fear, that he's just the black moral compass to get the hero to be better. And if you notice, we kind of have been playing those roles for years. That's when I talk about the race swap, that's the problem that I have with that particular race swap. You know what I'm saying? Will he be awesome? Is Idris Elba. He's going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying? The black best friend or the older black figure that helps the younger white figure out. You know what I mean? I don't think they did it intentionally because they probably didn't look at it like that. But, if I'm calling the duck a duck, that's kind of what it looks like. But, oh, good God, this stupid poster. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Exactly. But, I'm reading what you're putting down, Dub.
Do you got that shot of Evil Lynn?
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Let's see if you can get it. There's a shot. If you blinked, you missed it. But there's just like Allison Brie, quick split second of Evil. That's it.
Yes. That's the
like
toy.
if you're a traditional purist and you want Evil Lynn to look just like she did in the cartoon, that's her. I mean, right down to every detail in the costume, the headdress and everything bang on. Oh my God, that one shot of Beast Man.
Yeah.
It was utter perfection. It was utter perfection.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, y'all talking about it looked like it's going straight to Netflix. Like where? Where?
All that kind of stuff. Grayskull.
But I think it's going to look
great.
It's going to look better.
I did really appreciate those more quote unquote epic moments.
Yes.
Where like you're seeing this huge Battle of Helm's Deep, melee taking place in front of Grayskull as clearly it's under siege and
that looks
all that
awesome.
kind of stuff. I thought that looked really good. And then you have Gershmashamasha.
What?
Palpatine.
I thought, isn't that what I said?
Yeah.
What did he say? Come on, John. What'd you say?
Okay. So we go from all that
to
him in that ridiculous pink shirt
from the cartoon,
like dry humping a mannequin.
He's Prince Adam, dude.
He's Prince Adam.
Dry humping a mannequin. There's your animated GIF.
Yeah, it's a pretty fit mannequin though.
And going, don't worry.
Hey, but what's so funny is I think they're going to lean into the campiness of the memes that came out. Because even him laughing, somebody compared it to the meme of when he's in the spaceship, he's laughing. They compared it to the meme where he's laughing, putting his head back. I think they're going to lean into a lot of the campiness.
It's mine. and I couldn't help but get a traumatic flashback of Thor: Love and Thunder a little bit, and moments of Thor: Love and Thunder. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't point this out. The Skeletor
I don't see.
look.
But hold on, wait a minute.
Now,
wait a minute.
granted,
Now I'm not going to give him Thor: Love and Thunder. The only reason why I disagree with Thor: Love and Thunder because it was too much ridiculous. You remember the trailer? That trailer was ridiculous with the goats and him being naked and they blurring it out and the skipping of what's his face, Russell Crowe, and you know what I mean. That trailer was not good. They made him look stupid. Just be honest. Let's be honest. They made him look stupid. They made him look completely stupid when he seen Jane. Jane? You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for him. Jackie? Where have you been? I mean, it was bad. It was bad. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It was bad. I did not get that. I got a little bit more Thor Ragnarok vibes. You know what I'm saying? I got more Thor Ragnarok vibes. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, Thor Ragnarok is one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time, next to like Captain America, the First Avenger, Captain America Winter Soldier, because I really like that movie. You know what I mean? So it's one of my favorite movies up there. Just as a movie. Black Panther as a movie. So yeah, that's what I got. That personally for me. Let's see what if he expounds more on this.
That was a difficult one.
Fleeting.
Yeah.
You saw fleeting glimpses.
That's a difficult one to do, right? Like they clearly took the design right from the animated screen and brought it to life. But I don't know if it manifested quite as well.
That's dope to me.
We didn't get a look at Battle Cat. I mean, we saw Cringer, but we didn't really see Battle Cat, and I'm really dying to see Battle Cat.
I mean, that's pretty Battle Cat-y.
Yeah,
he just needs armor.
He
but
just needs
I
armor.
don't think that's him at his full size.
Yeah.
Or in his armor, and I'm really looking because look, I gotta say that looks pretty awesome.
It looks awesome.
That looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna give it.
It's
that.
fantastic.
So I don't know. I have come away from this trailer, Rob, perplexed. Because, like I said, there are absolutely elements of it that I thought were really impressive. And then there were elements of it that were the manifestation of all my fears and anxiety about how silly a He-Man movie could look in a modern thing.
But this is where I disagree because, again, the Minecraft movie proved to me that there's an audience for some of the silliest, goofiest stuff that you've ever seen in your whole entire life. Like, seriously. And that was not a great movie. As far as a movie itself, but it wasn't called Minecraft. It was called, I don't know, Block Builder or whatever. The movie was not good, but it knew its audience. And I think what people are missing, and this is what I got pissed off about Ninja Turtles, the Bay movies. I got pissed off about the Transformers movies because they didn't want to lean in what it is. When you lean into what it is, you bring that audience in. The audience that literally grew up with this stuff. Now you've seen it on big screen, and it's just almost as accurate as you could possibly get. Again, Travis Knight is the only one in the live action, not Transformers 1, because that was awesome. But he was the only one to bring the Transformers to life the way it's supposed to look. You know what I mean? Now, I'm mad because they made that, and it really should have been Spike Witwicky, or, I mean, they changed him to Sam. You know what I mean? And they used Carly and technically Carly loved Bumblebee too, but she ended up being, with Spike and, and then making one of the most annoying characters in Japanese cartoon history. You know what I mean? With Daniel in the Headmaster series, but you can tell this is my love. You know what I mean? But Lean into it. What made TMNT 1990, what made that so fun and it's so interesting in a cult classic, because they leaned into the comic book. Turtles, Secret of the Ooze, lean into the cartoon. And I have love for both of them in different ways. One, lean into the more cartoonish vibe of it, and I could dig that. I understand it. They knew their audience. Not as good as a movie as the first one, but there's a special place in my heart for that movie. Turtles 3, we don't speak of. The Bay films could not lean into that. They couldn't lean into it, so they didn't know the audience. So I disagree. I think you could take Masters of the Universe because I've seen Lord of the Rings. I've seen the Conan series. I've seen Thor. You telling me you can't lean into this? I don't think so. I think you should.
It's just the first trailer. We really didn't get much. So I don't know.
That looks dope. Right.
That's amazing.
Everything surrounding Grayskull, that all looked amazing to me. So I'm not walking away from it disillusioned with Masters of the Universe, nor am I now even more hyped for Masters of the Universe. I'm still looking forward to seeing it. But again, the trailer leaves me a bit perplexed. And Rob, if I really think about it, could it have been any other way? I don't know. But anyway, you had a chance to check out the trailer, and you saw everything I saw at CinemaCon too. So you had a chance to see the trailer. What impact did the trailer make on you? What are you coming away with?
I feel like you did. I was perplexed. Maybe it's because, I don't know, I want to say 20 years ago, I want to say Mark Prusevich, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He wrote a script called Grayskull. And it was a hardcore fantasy epic. It was a He-Man story, but it was called Grayskull. And I thought that this would be more, like I've said, like the tone of Dungeons and Dragons that we all like. But this it seemed to me like, I think this looks great, although
you're talking about the Chris Pine Dungeons and Dragons.
Chris Pine Dungeons and Dragons. Now this looks, I mean, I love the Frank Langella version from Masters of the Universe 87. But I did feel that they have our world in this trailer. Like Adam lives in our world, and like, is He-Man supposed to be a cartoon in that world?
Well, no, I did like how they set it up where when he was younger, the sorceress sent him to Earth to keep him hidden.
Right.
And now he needs to return. So I
mean, I
appreciate the explanation.
Yeah, I mean, I could get.
Now, before they go, this is my thoughts on that. My thoughts is the same that they did with Thor. And I think about it like this. I do remember the script he's talking about, but two ways that I look at this. One, you're trying to bring in a new audience to He-Man, so you don't want to make it so hardcore that you can't bring your kids to it. So demographics like ours, we can bring our kids to this. You know what I mean? People that grew up with He-Man, now that they're adults with children, they're maybe like 7, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old. They could go and take them to go see He-Man. It is not so hardcore that, that your kid can't see it. And then the kid turns around. If he likes it, what is he doing? Buying the. You just created a whole new He-Man film. So that's the reason why I like this tone of it. Number two, we seen this story, basically with Thor. Thor gets banished to Earth. We didn't spend a lot of time, in Asgard. He gets banished to Earth. You know what I'm saying? Has to learn how to be human, yada, 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 all of this other stuff. I can see it being, she's trying to hide him, but he knows his history. He knows this, he knows that. I could see that. And what if that makes him a lot more human and more compassionate to certain things? Not just a brute walking around beating people up. Because if you think about it, if you go back to the Netflix series, he was way more humanistic in the way that he approached things than he ever was in the 80s cartoon. He had his, not saying he wasn't because it was made like that, but it's a little bit more different dialogue than the cheesy dialogue of the 80s. Okay, that's my personal thought.
It seemed to me.
I don't think there's a He-Man in that Earth though.
Right. But they've got something because he sees
There's a barbarian.
the barbarian with the sword. I mean,
Well, at first I thought it was a He-Man statue, but when the camera panned around, it was some
because it's a collectible
random
store.
barbarian.
You know, there's
Yeah.
glass cases.
And that design, if you go back and watch the heroes and the toys that made us, what's up, Rico? If you go back and watch the toys that made us on Netflix, you would see that toy because that was the original design for He-Man. That was the original design, but it was too close to Conan the Barbarian. So they did some tweak until they got to He-Man. Just kind of give you a heads up.
Which I don't mind, but I'm curious as to how that's going to work. I think, by the way, that the tone of this movie, that's He-Man.
That's it.
Look at how big he is. Look at those arms.
Now, look, the one thing I'll say though is what did stand out to me immediately, and we knew this, even in that picture where he is in much better shape than you or I, that's not exactly the He-Man physique that we are accustomed to, but we had to know going.
But that He-Man physique is absolutely crazy. Unless my man gonna start juicing, you know what I mean? Let's be honest. The He-Man design is ridiculous because he's super big, like super man. Yeah, come on. I'm gonna give a little grace for He-Man looking like my He-Man toy. I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace. Let's keep going
into it. That there's only maybe 15 people on the planet who can look like that, and none of them can act.
Exactly.
So
that looks pretty
He's
good.
in great shape, and the costume is exactly right.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So I am still going to trust Travis, John, because
I agree.
I think
Yes.
the tone of it. I mean, this is coming from a guy who made Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee,
Yes.
and like you said, it is He-Man.
Yes.
So I am
agree, Xavier.
cautiously optimistic. I felt this was a little too silly for me. I wanted to see more of an overtly, more of a hardcore fantasy story. But it is Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I have to go back and think, well, you do have the source material, but I was kind of looking for one thing, whether you like the Michael Bay Transformers movies or not. I really like the first one.
Oh, so
And
did I. I
I
like the
like
first one
the
too.
tone
Yeah.
of it because they made me believe, I believe that the Transformers could exist in our world, and that's
I did like okay. As a movie, as a movie, I liked Transformers. But as someone that's a hardcore Transformer fan, and I'm for the noobs that's just now watching me for the first time, I'm gonna just pan my camera just to some of my, when people come down and see my basement and see my collection, they're like, what the whole entire hell did I walk into? It looks like an amusement full of toys. You know what I mean? And but as a Transformer fan, it's a lot to be desired. It's a lot to be desired. But with that said, I did like the fact that this is our first time getting a Transformers on the screen, and there's been different iterations from the Japanese continuity to the American continuity. So I let it slide. Because it had to. It's just like what Xavier said. You gotta allow room for adaptation. So you know what I mean. So I had to, you know what I'm saying, allow the adaptation to flourish. So I agree.
kind of what I like. Like when Godzilla is in the Godzilla -1 made me believe in Godzilla. I want to believe that Eternia and He-Man and Skeletor and Man-at-Arms and Tila and whatever, She-Ra are real. That makes sense. And this did not quite convince me yet. But if it has a tone of, say, Back to the Future, I'm in. But I don't know that yet.
Yeah, and that therein lies the diff.
And before he goes, because we only got, let me see, we got about 3 more minutes to this. So I'm gonna just say this, and then I'm gonna let them finish. People said that about Bumblebee, and Bumblebee had a lot of heart, and is universally renowned as far as like the live action films. That Bumblebee is the best live action adaptation of the Transformers. Period. It's the best movie. It is the best movie. So, because there's some silliness in Bumblebee. There's some but there's some real moments in Bumblebee. If it gives me that, then bring on everything. Bring on She-Ra. You know what I'm saying? Bring on Hordak. You know what I'm saying? Bring on the Horde. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with the Thundercats next, which is technically owned by Warner Brothers. Just want to let y'all know that. So, good luck with that coming to fruition.
Difficult tight wire that they have to walk, right? Because, you know, like our friend Christian Harloff, he's often said to me that the way you do Masters of the Universe is like you do Lord of the Rings crossed with Star Wars. And like, okay, but that's going to alienate a lot of the traditional purists of the show, because that's not what the original show was.
It's nothing like toys.
And so you got it. And I think you're absolutely right, Rob. I don't think my faith in the movie has been shaken because it is Travis Knight. And I'm going to give him all the benefit of the doubt. And really, when you looked at Bumblebee, it had that mixture of the light and silly with the heavier. And he found a way to strike that balance perfectly.
Which is why I think he got the directing job in the first place. He had a way to do it. But I think the people that are marketing the movie, like this trailer, I think Amazon's thinking to themselves, well, how do we? They're walking a tightrope.
Yeah,
because they know I think they know what they have is good. But the marketing, and you know how people are going to be. Look at the response to like Kevin Smith's He-Man. Look at the vitriol.
A lot of people did not
read any reaction to this trailer.
A lot of people did not like Kevin Smith's version of He-Man. I loved it. I loved it. I can't see how you don't trust Travis Knight. Travis Knight made 2 great films. And especially, like I said, me being a Transformer fan, and what he did with I religiously go back and just watch them clips of them in Cybertron, because he had the Cybertronian jets. You know what I'm saying? Soundwave sound like Soundwave. You know what I mean? He had he had Ravage coming out of his chest like a cassette play. Dude, that's awesome. I want a whole movie like that, Travis Knight.
At all. I just saw it. I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked up. I was looking at the regular news, but I can't wait to see what the purists think.
Yeah. So it's gonna, again, I'm not trashing on the trailer at all.
No,
there's a lot of stuff in there that I think are very positive. Again, just for me, then it was intermingled with some of these moments that felt, you know what? The trailer was clicking on all cylinders when it felt like Thor Ragnarok. And it was a little iffy for me when it felt like Thor Love and Thunder. You know what I mean? And
because I love Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, we all love Thor Ragnarok. So again, first trailer.
I hated Quantum Mania.
Let's give it a little bit of time. And I'm still, like Rob said, choosing to trust in Travis Knight. And let's see where it goes.
Trust in Travis.
Guys, question is for you. What did you think about this master?
And that's what I'm going to ask you. What did you think? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to steal this thing. But I want to just so you guys know, I'm about to shift my camera. I'm about to show you. Let me shut my no. I ain't got to shut my door. It's my laundry room. But let me just show you. For one, that's the 80s nostalgia. I'm trying to show you, but the TV, I got another TV in the way. But just showing you, like, when I tell you, and that's not all my Transformers. Of course, the ones that's over over there. Oh, I'm trying to, yeah, up there and stuff like that. You know, I mean, got Transformer Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you, like, for me, you know, you know, when I seen Bumblebee, of course, there's some certain things in Bumblebee I wish they didn't do, but I mean, it's Bumblebee, so I'm not really gonna eat his lunch. But there's some things that I really liked, though. There was some things I really liked in Bumblebee. So I'm just saying, I trust Travis Knight, man. For me, I trust Travis Knight. And thanks you very much for the $10 super chat. Channel and Storm support. I'm actually hyped for this He-Man movie. I appreciate the show. It gets me through my morning at work. You know, Sheed, I most definitely appreciate you, my brother. And I know when you at work, you can't wait till
you are truly amazing.
Thank you for
taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Thank you so very much, man. I really appreciate it, man. It's the best. Well, it's the top one, but the Dark of the Moon is literally taken. It's literally some super liberties taken from an episode of Transformers where a human, you know, they're bringing Cybertron to Earth. Burgers trying to help. Oh my God, you about to let me. All right. Yes, make sure you guys are safe in you know, this weekend, because you already know the storms is coming.
Bro, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
And with everything that's coming, man, I hope you guys stay safe, stay warm. You know what I'm saying? Make sure if you got, you know, freezing temperatures, turn your water, you know, kind of slightly turn your faucets on and let them drip hot water. Just let them drip. Stop your pipes from freezing. You know what I mean? Stay warm, everybody. You know what I mean? But what did you guys think? What do you guys think about Master of the Universe? What did you guys think about what John Campea is saying? What did you think about what I said? Put it in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe hard, man. Enjoy the rest of you guys' weekend. And please, please, please be safe out there. Where's my outro at? Because you already know I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves.